Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah wa kafa, wa salatu wa salam ala Sayyid al-Anbiya wal Mursaleen, Sayyidina Muhammad wa alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. MashaAllah. Welcome back to our live health show, Your Health, coming to you direct from Iqra Studios here in Bradford, Alhamdulillah, MashaAllah. Before the break, we were just discussing the importance of being hydrated and how important it was. And I mentioned that 75% of our brain is water. 75% of our brain is water, and 65% of our body weight is due to water. So important to be hydrated. So there's a total of 32 things I want to go through today, inshallah. If you have the time, just to make sure that we can all benefit our health using these tips. So the second tip for everybody is to have a nutritious breakfast every morning. There's a reason why many people say that the breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Have breakfast like a king, is the saying. And there's a reason for it. You've been asleep through the night, so your glucose levels have gone really down. To replenish them, to get your energy back up, you need to have a good breakfast. So, and also to get your energy levels up and to make you more alert, breakfast is vital. You'll realize if you don't have breakfast, for those of you who do mental work, you will find your mental capacity very less. Almost, it's very difficult to focus if you don't have any glucose feeding your brain. You can't focus. I remember in one of my clinics I used to work, the person who used to work with me, the other physician, he would say, look, I know you haven't had breakfast. And I'd say, how do you know? And they would say that it's very simple, because your questions, because as a homeopath, you have the diagnosis is made on questioning. So they say your questionings are all over. There's no focus. They're here, there, and everywhere. And they were absolutely right. Whenever I didn't have breakfast, they could tell straight away. So breakfast is very important to help focus your mind, give you clarity and focus, mashallah. What kind of breakfast should you have? Porridge is very good. Porridge is so good, mashallah. First of all, because of the fiber, it contains polyphenols as well. But the good thing about porridge is that it fortifies your nervous system. It gives strength to your nerves for males and for females. There's a medicine made from oats, by the way, called avena sativa. And I give avena sativa in the clinic for people whose hands shake. People's hands shake for nervous reasons, neurasthenia is known as. So, unka ilaj yahi hai, giving them avena sativa. And if you don't want to take the avena sativa, which is made from common oat anyway, you just have oats for breakfast. It gives you strength, mashallah. The best breakfast you can have is oats, mashallah. Number one. Number two, kefir, probiotics, yogurt, amazingly good for your gut microbiome. Kefir nowadays, going back a year or two, kefir I couldn't go near because it's that kind of a sour taste, and kefir is it epitomizes that sour taste, to be honest with you. But now, mashallah, there's many companies that have added flavorings, strawberry flavorings to it, and mashallah, you can have that whether it's a kefir drink or even the yogurt. It is absolutely very nice, mashallah. So you can add that to your breakfast. And my friends, if I can explain, schools will not teach your children how to have a good breakfast. Just the way they don't teach them many important life skills, they will similarly not teach them how to have the right breakfast, full of whole healthy foods. Because schools are influenced by public health bodies, and public health bodies are influenced by advertisers. We know that by the 7 country study that told us back in the 80s that, full fat is very dangerous, eggs are dangerous, go towards Kellogg's cornflakes. And we know where that led us. So whoever pays the piper calls the tune. So it's your duty, it's our duty to educate our children about the correct food choices. And for that, we need to be educated ourselves. So it's very important to take time out and educate yourself on correct nutrition. And correct nutrition, you'll know when you're having the correct food. It's not, rocket science. Just look at the ingredients, and them ingredients, if they I mean, if you can't read that word, then believe me, it's not good for you. Simple as that. Healthy foods, natural foods are foods that used to be very, very easily available in the past, not so long ago, past. Whereas nowadays, them foods are becoming increasingly hard to obtain. Foods like, organic eggs, whole milled, whole grain flour, even water, I dare say, unadulterated water without any plastic nanoparticles in, decent, grass-fed meat, chicken, organic chickens. Same thing with lamb. These, again, yogurt, you can add yogurt to that. All these foods are now becoming increasingly hard to get. And when you do get them, they are very, very expensive. Why? Because people don't tend to care for these foods. People in cities don't. Ask the countryside folk, they are, mashallah, still benefiting from this kind of whole food diet. So, just talking about what kind of breakfast we should have. So, good breakfast consists of having some organic eggs in the morning, having oats in the morning, having some kefir, having bananas. This is having green tea. In fact, that's the third thing I'm going to come to after this, inshallah. Green tea in the morning, amazingly, amazingly good. Nuts, seeds, berries, bananas. These are very, very important things. Eggs give you kind of protein, they give you selenium. Bananas give you low calorie and a sweet alternative. Yogurts for probiotics. And again, porridge for high fiber and protein option. Okay. Research has found that foods with a lower glycemic index and a higher protein intake at breakfast were found to be associated with higher energy levels. Lower glycemic index means foods that take longer for them to change into glucose, and they don't cause a spike in your insulin levels. So, like sugar, if you have sugar within moments, it becomes glucose, and it causes a sudden rise in your blood sugar levels. Some foods like meat and eggs they take a lot longer for them to produce this sucrose, glucose, and you don't get this high. You don't get the high spikes in your blood sugars, which gives you energy, and then all the way a crash. You feel tired. So the way to do this is make sure you don't skip breakfast. Do it every day, and prepare. If it's a bit complicated, then prepare the day before. If it's muesli, put it into milk the day before. Whatever you're going to do, prepare it the day in advance, inshallah, and make sure you have breakfast at the same time so it becomes a routine for you. And if you can, have breakfast with your family. And when you're having breakfast, it shouldn't be an issue that everyone's on their mobile phones, not salam, not khudafiz, nothing at all. Every person in their own life, la ilaha illallah. No. Engage. When you're having breakfast, mashallah, people have forgotten how it feels to have breakfast with their families without looking at a screen, a book, something in their ears. Talk to each other. It helps you digest. It's sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to have food with people. Share your food. Like Sayyidina Ibrahim Khalil would do. He would never eat unless there was a guest with him. So, the third tip. Have a cup of green tea with your breakfast. Green tea. Our Chinese brothers and sisters, mashallah, they have green tea and their health is fantastic. Polyphenols, catechins, these things which are so good for your heart health, so good for your mind, so good for maintaining weight or even losing weight. Green tea is full of goodness, mashallah. Try not to drench it with sugar and just have it with a bit of honey, inshallah. Take it to work with you. Flask of green tea, mashallah. Both if I So another healthy habit, morning habit to get into is to have a cup of green tea with your breakfast. Green tea can have a whole range of benefits for you and your body. It's rich in, as I mentioned, polyphenols and catechins known as EGCG. And this EGCG, the catechins, are the health-providing part of the green tea. Research has shown that it has potential to improve your brain function, increase fat burning, reduce bad breath, and help you lose weight. Amazing. And just on that note, the herb called sage. Sage is so good. I was just looking at this yesterday. The benefits of sage leaf, how good it is for your brain. It can help you with dementia, with Alzheimer's. It's very, very beneficial. Let me quickly go through it now. Miracle 26 pence herb found to lower blood sugar levels as effectively as drugs, and it can boost memory in 2 weeks. Subhanallah. Sage has been shown to lower blood sugar levels as effectively as medication, as metformin, and boost memory in as little as 2 weeks. So if you've got issues with your blood sugars, if you've got issues with your memory, then this sage is what you need to have. 600 milligrams daily for 2 weeks. बहुत ही फायदा होगा. Research has found a strong correlation between Alzheimer's disease and high blood sugars, for example. So this sage, which is an aromatic herb of the mint family, has been used as a natural remedy, and now scientists have tested whether there's any substance to the health claims, and they found it in the affirmative. One study published in the British Journal of Nutrition found that sage tea acts like metformin, which is the drug commonly prescribed by your GPs for diabetes type 2, which is kind of processed by your kidneys, by the way. Many people don't know that. A drug prescribed to manage blood sugars in people with the same disease. And this study has found that sage tea acts just like metformin. Another study on animals found that the sage leaf extract has been shown to lower blood sugar and improve insulin sensitivity with the similar effect as rosiglitazone. Rosiglitazone is another diabetic drug, type 2 diabetes. Subhanallah. So another study, amazing studies. In the Journal of Ethnopharmacology, this found that sage extract reduced blood glucose levels in rats with type 1 diabetes by activating a specific receptor. MashaAllah, amazing. So sage is very, very good as well. And then so another study in the journal Nutrients found that healthy people who took 600 milligrams of a proprietary sage extract daily for 2 weeks showed significant improvements in working memory compared to a placebo. Subhanallah, isn't that amazing? Sage. You can have sage tea. So I mentioned that because of green tea, because green tea is very good for your memory as well, mashallah. Number 4, make sure you're moving through the day. Many people who are sitting on their desk without realizing it, working, 1 hour passing, 2 hours passing, 3 hours passing, 4, 5, 6 hours passing, they're not even going off the chair. Can you imagine? Our bodies are not designed to be static, they're designed to move around. I don't mean that every half an hour do HIIT exercise, high intensity interval training. No, it just means get up, move, walk around, see your friends, come back to your chair. Just that is so much, it has so much benefit for you, for your mind, for your body. Studies upon studies are now coming out that tell us that you don't have to do vigorous exercise for a long period of time. You can do it for a very small period of time, in the seconds, and it'll still benefit you if done regularly. Take the stairs where possible. Take the stairs. Do you know how hard it is to walk upstairs? Many people have forgotten how hard it is to walk upstairs. So if you can, you should go up the stairs, If you can, park your car a bit behind your destination and walk to there. Walking is very important. If you can walk barefoot on grass safely, do so. It's very, very beneficial. Even 10 minutes a day walking can be very effective in improving health. Children, if you have children, get them involved in physical activity, walking, cycling, swimming, workouts safely. May Allah keep all our children safe. The reason why I'm saying is that we had a young teenager which just passed away a few days ago in the lakes. He was doing wuzu and he drowned, and his janazah was today. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. May Allah keep all our loved ones safe. Number 5, plan your meals in advance. Meal planning. Make sure you have the right food and then plan the meals. Number 6. Actually, we've got a call waiting. Assalamu alaikum.
क्या हाल है? ठीक है
जी अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह. जी बहन, आपका
वो
क्या
तो
सवाल है?
प्रोग्राम है, तभी मैंने किया वो आपकी ग्रीन टी, उसी वक्त मैंने ऑन किया। तो
जज़ाकल्लाह.
वो मैं के पूछती थी कि सेज और ग्रीन टी हम लोग कैसे पिए, कितना कितना डाल के पिए, फ्रेश पिए या
फ्रेश
ड्राई
बहुत
होते
अच्छा है.
हैं?
हाँ जज़ाकल्लाह. आप बस सुनती जाइए, मैं आपको बताता हूँ.
मैं बंद करूं फोन पे सुन के आपको?
आप बंद कर लें, मैं आपको बताता हूँ. बंद कर लें.
मैं जरा एक और बात भी पूछती हूँ आपसे.
ज़रूर पूछिए.
जी, मेरी माँ है ना, तो उनके लिए भी जरा बताएं कि वो कितना चले हैं. वो ओवर 90 है, पाकिस्तान से आई हैं. उनके कानों का भी मसला है, उनकी आंखों का मसला भी है. तो वो मेरे बच्चे आप मुझे जरूर बता दें.
जज़ाकल्लाह. क्यों नहीं, जरूर बताऊंगा इंशाल्लाह. माशाल्लाह. जज़ाकल्लाह. अच्छा, हमारी ये जो बहन है पूछ रही थी हाउ मच यू शुड टेक ऑफ सेज टी एंड हाउ मच यू शुड टेक ऑफ ग्रीन टी. तो सेज टी के बारे में ये बस यही है जो रिसर्च बताती है कि 600 मिलीग्राम ہر دن 2 ہفتے کے لیے، اس سے دماغ کے اندر بھی فائدہ ہوتا ہے، دماغ کی جو ذہن آدمی کو بھول چوک جو آج کل ہوتی ہے لوگوں کو، اس میں بھی کمی ہوگی، اور ذہن زیادہ ہوشیار رہے گا، اور جو آپ کا حافظ ہے وہ مضبوط رہے گا۔ تو کتنا ہی مقدار، یہ جو اسٹڈیز ہے وہ کہتے ہیں 600 ملی گرام ہر دن، تو کپسول مل جاتے ہیں سیج لیف کے 600 ملی گرام، اگر آپ وہ لیں تو بہت ہی فائدہ ہے۔ جہاں تک چائے کا مسئلہ ہے تو آپ ایک یعنی نارمل ڈوز ہوتا ہے، 1 ٹی اسپون ڈرائیڈ سیج لیوز ڈالیں، چھوٹی سی جو ٹی اسپون ہوتی ہے 5 مل کی، اس کو بھرپور ڈالیں، اور تقریباً 2 کوپ پانی ڈالیں، اس کے اندر وہ 1 ٹی اسپون سیج لیوز ڈالیں، اور اس سے آپ چائے بنائیں، اور دن کے اندر 2-3 مرتبہ آپ پیتے جائیں، انشاءاللہ 3-4 ہفتے کے اندر آپ کو اس سے فائدہ ضرور ہوگا۔ گرین ٹی کا بھی یہی مسئلہ ہوتا ہے کہ جتنے لوگ ہیں ان کے مطابق 1 کپ ڈالیں، اور ان کے لیے ہر ایک آدمی کے لیے 1 ٹی اسپون یا آدھا ٹی اسپون ڈیپینڈز آن دی اسٹرینتھ آف دی گرین ٹی وہ ڈالیں، اور اس کے ساتھ آپ ذرا تھوڑا سا ہونی ڈال دیں، بہت ہی فائدہ ہوگا انشاءاللہ۔ جزاک اللہ۔ اور آپ اس بہن نے جو فون کیا ان کے والدہ کے بارے میں، تو دیکھیے 90 سال بہت بڑی چیز ہے، سبحان اللہ، اللہ کی بہت بڑی دین ہے، عمر جو ہے 90 سال تک پہنچنا بہت بڑی چیز ہے، سبحان اللہ۔ بلکہ حدیث کے اندر خاص فضائل ہیں 50 سال تک پہنچنے کے لیے، 60 سال، 70، 80، 90 سال تک، اللہ اکبر، تو بہت بڑی چیز ہے۔ جب آدمی کی عمر اس حد تک پہنچ جاتی ہے تو آدمی کو بہت ہی خیال کرنا پڑتا ہے جسم کے لیے، بلکہ ملٹی وٹامن ملتے ہیں جو 70s کے اوپر لوگوں کے لیے ہوتے ہیں، اوور 70s ملٹی وٹامن، اگر آپ کو یہ مل جائیں آپ گوگل کریں ضرور، ملٹی وٹامنس فار اوور 70s، اس کے اندر لوگوں نے، سائنسدان جو لوگ ہوتے ہیں، نیوٹریشنسٹ، انہوں نے باقاعدہ بیٹھ کر سر کو کپا کر ایسے ہول فوڈ سے ملٹی وٹامنس بنائے ہیں جن کے اندر ہر چیز آ جاتی ہے اوور 90s کے لیے۔ تو بس اوور 90s کے لیے آپ کو خیال کر کے تھوڑا بہت ایکسرسائز کرنا ہوگا، زیتون کا تیل کا بہت خیال کرنا ہوگا، کیونکہ 90 سال تک پہنچنے کے لیے بھی جسم کے اندر کافی نقصان ہوتا ہے، فری ریڈیکل ڈیمیج ہوتے رہتے ہیں، تو یہ جو فری ریڈیکل ڈیمیج کو دور کرنے کے لیے جو ملٹی وٹامنس ملتے ہیں آپ ضرور وہ لیں، اس سے کچھ نہ کچھ تلافی ہوگی۔ زیتون کا تیل پئیں، کوکونٹ آئل پئیں دوا کے لیے، تاکہ الزائمرز، ڈیمنشیا وغیرہ کی تکلیف آپ کو نہ ہو، اور یہ ہے کہ پانی کا بھی خیال کریں، کوکونٹ واٹر کا خیال کریں، اور اپنے کولیسٹرول لیول کا خیال کریں، اور کولیسٹرول لیول کے لیے ایک بہت اچھی دوائی ہے جو گارلک سے بنائی جاتی ہے، نیکسٹ ویک میں انشاءاللہ یہ ضرور لاؤں گا، اس کا نام میں بھول گیا ہوں، کل پرسوں آئی تھی کلینک کے اندر، لیکن اٹس ویری گڈ فار گیٹنگ یعنی کولیسٹرول کو کم کرنے کے لیے، اور بہت سارے لوگ تو کولیسٹرول کے لیے پوری زندگی دوائی لیتے رہتے ہیں، سمواسٹاٹن، اٹوواسٹاٹن، اور اس سے تقریباً 50% ہمت کم ہو جاتی ہے۔ یہ جو کو انزائم Q10 لیولز ہوتے ہیں تو اسٹاٹنز کے ساتھ یہ 50% تک کم ہو جاتے ہیں۔ جب یہ کم ہوتے ہیں تو آدمی کی ہمت بھی، جو طاقت ہوتی ہے کام کرنے کی ہمت، وہ بھی آدمی کے اندر کم ہو جاتی ہے۔ اچھا، جزاک اللہ۔ تو ہم بتا رہے تھے کہ نمبر 5 کھانے کا خیال کرنا، اچھا کھانا کھانا، غذا کا خیال کرنا، آرٹیفیشل فوڈ سے پرہیز کرنا، بلکہ نمبر 6 یہی ہے کہ لمٹ آرٹیفیشل فوڈز کا بہت خیال کرنا۔ بلکہ ایک اسٹڈی کے مطابق ریسرچ نے بتایا کہ 1 in 5 یعنی 20% لوگ UK کے اندر ان کا کھانا 80% کھانا الٹرا پروسیس فوڈ سے، یعنی جو کھانا ہی نہیں ہے، الٹرا پروسیس فوڈ جس کے اندر اتنے تغیرات، تبدیلیات آ گئی ہے کہ وہ کھانا ہی اپنا سمجھے اس کو۔ تو 20% لوگ UK کے اندر ایسے ہیں جن کا 80% کھانا یہ الٹرا پروسیس فوڈ ہوتے ہیں، اور الٹرا پروسیس فوڈز جو آپ موریسنز اور اس طرح کی جگہ سے آپ خریدتے ہیں، جو پیکج فوڈ ہوتے ہیں، یہی تو جڑ ہیں ہر قسم کی ذہنی بیماری کے لیے، ڈپریشن کے لیے، آٹو امیون ڈیزیز کے لیے، انفلیمیشن کے لیے، ڈائبٹیز کے لیے، میٹابولک سنڈروم کے لیے، ہائی بلڈ پریشر کے لیے، کولیسٹرول کے، یعنی ہر چیز کا جو اصل پرابلم ہوتی ہے وہ غلط غذا ہوتی ہے۔ تو لمٹ یور آرٹیفیشل فوڈز۔ نمبر 7 شوگری ڈرنکس کو آپ بدلا کر ایسے ڈرنکس پئیں جن کے اندر شوگر نہیں ہے۔ ریپلیس sugary drinks with water. And I have to add to that, make sure the water bottles are not made from plastic. Major sources of added sugary drinks such as fizzy, pop and fruit juices add empty calories and sugar to your diet, so it's best to stick to simple water. Yeah. Number 8, limit your screen time. How many guys, are addicted to this mobile phone? How many people? Everyone's addicted to this. सुबह सबसे पहली चीज़ ये इसको देखना होता है और रात को सबसे आखिरी चीज़ इसको देखना होता है अक्सर लोगों के लिए. I'm so sorry to say. और दिन के अंदर बेहद और बेशतर हिस्सा आदमी फ़ोन ही की तरफ आदमी की तवज्जो होती है. इसको आप ज़रा बंद कर लीजिए और फिर देखें कि आपके जहन से जो स्ट्रेस है वो कितना ज़बरदस्त तौर पर उतर जाता है. If you try turning your phone off, you'll see, mashallah, your stress levels, your measurably, your cortisol levels falling, in fact, plummeting. This phone is a cause of stress, So limit your screen time. It'll have a beneficial effect on your mental health, inshallah. Not just that, it causes issue with shoulder pain, eye strain. In fact, I was speaking to an optometrist just a few days ago, and she was saying that the single biggest cause of vision deterioration in anybody is having a book or a phone or any other device close to your eyes. The single biggest reason. We're not used to going outside and looking at the horizon. Our eyes are made to look and focus on horizons, far areas. Our horizon probably is just the end of the room and the TV at the end of the room, or the tablet that we've got in our hands, or right near our eyes. No wonder eyesight, kind of levels are plummeting in our children and elder people. We need to get out and look at natural phenomena, focus on this natural phenomena, and by doing so, improve our eyesight, mashallah. So limit screen time to just 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes. You should have a timer on your phone. After 30 minutes, collectively, the timer goes off, and that's it. No more screen time. If you look, there's a method of seeing how much time you spend on your phone. I remember once seeing and thinking that, Ya Allah, so much time I've spent on this phone. It was crazy. You don't imagine that amount of time. Time is our most precious commodity. And you know what? The scary thing is we don't know how much time we've got left. And we're wasting it on this. At least if we said Subhanallah, 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 Alhamdulillah, 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 Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, Subhanallah, bihamdi, Subhanallah al-Azim, we would be getting and making some progress. But you see, Shaitan keeps us tied to this, and ek news ke baad, dusra news ke baad, geo news ke baad, udda news ke baad, we keep going. The news is not going to finish, my friends. You and I will probably draw our last breath before that. May Allah keep us safe. Moving on. Number 9. Eating a rainbow of foods. Yeah, eat foods with different colors because they contain phytochemicals, fruits and vegetables, especially for our children. Very, very important. Alhamdulillah. And number 10, pay attention to your posture. Make sure you're standing erect, head up, facing forward. This has a great beneficial and positive impact on your spine. And this spine is so important for so many things. Poor posture has been linked to stress, incontinence, constipation, heartburn, and slowed digestion. May Allah give us the ability to benefit from these 10 points. Inshallah, we have run out of time. We're going to continue with point 11 onwards, inshallah. I might add a few more next Friday, inshallah. Jazakallah khair for tuning in. Until next week, please remember in your du'as. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.